All right, today we are sit. Our little like extra bike here that's kind of been collecting parts has now turned into the perfect amount of parts for other bikes, because the new bike I got, 2022 ZX6R with like 600 miles I think it was, has a cracked, or has like a little chip on the crankcase, the block, and then the whole timing cover and everything's busted. So fixable, but if I'm gonna be selling a clean title 2022 600 mile bike, that just needs like really taken care of. So if I'm gonna have an extra drift bike, maybe even turbo it, doubt it, but who knows, whatever. I might as well swap those engines. This was a 2020 engine. In the previous video, it started right up. Cool. Cranks. Cool. So I know this one is good to go. So the game plan, now that it's January and 30 degrees and snowy outside, I'm just gonna drop this engine, wheel the bike outside all nice and lightly, drop the engine on the 2022, wheel that in all nice and lightly, and then just lift the engines up instead.
Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what you want.
So it's just a little threaded spacer, because everything spaces from this side. So that grows, and then this on the engine mount grows as well, so that the front sprocket lines up with the rear sprocket. So they just have like that one clearance side to worry about, and then this all just kind of pinches together. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what you want to say.
This is a brilliant man. I'd like you to interview for North.
Say what you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to say.
Okay, we got our junk radiator, and then our new 2013 radiator. Identical, everything, except of course the plugs. Still two wires, a positive and negative, but just different plugs. Okay, here we go. Fairing day again. This is probably my 4th or 5th set from NT Fairings. See what we get right out of the box. Black bolt kit. We got heat shield, undersides for the exhaust. I did get these off eBay extra. I don't know if you can see it, but I've always thought it's weird how this whole panel is blank. So yeah, there's usually a Ninja decal there, so I just eBayed some of these 636 ones as well to maybe throw on there, and then some Kawasaki tank badges, and then the new age like little logo.
I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what you want to say.
That.
You want to say. What you want to say. What you want. Say what you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to say.
Alright, here we are. This is officially day 1 working on this bike. Wow. Aside from the engine swap. Totally forgot about that. But anyway, I haven't touched any of the other stuff because I like to just be able to, just go bolt for bolt. So the way I remember these going on last time, you kind of want to build, all the screws are on the inside, so we're going to basically start to piece the whole front end together, and then we'll get the little clips and stuff for the ECU mount, or rectifier mount, and basically end up with just that whole shell to just pop right on. Probably do the headlights too, I think. I think you just treat it as the assembly line and just drop the whole thing onto the Ram Air. So we will dig right in.
There are so many little finicky bolts here in the headlight. I ended up having to take it back apart to get a couple more in, and then I remember the side fairings needing to go on first in the past, but I went ahead and did it this way just to put the headlights on first. But I do think I would recommend putting the whole side fairings on together because those little bolts on the side are really difficult to get to. Next up for the front fender is drilling out the brackets for the front brake line and wheel speed sensor. Those are riveted on, so there's only one way to get them off. They're a little finicky because the backs will start to spin as well. And then I also found this little bit of damage to the front fork holding the front fender on, so a little bit of heat. Got that back in place, and then we will rivet on the new brackets.
Wish I didn't care about what you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to say. What you want. Say what you want to say. 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 Say what you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to say. What you want to no one. No one. No
pieces on. Make sure everything's wired up so the headlights just have that one plug, which is great, and then it wires through the rest of the headlight housing, and then this is kind of where the rectifier is going to go on the inside of the fairing, so we'll get that bracket on later and be able to just kind of pop that in too.
Usually save this for last because it's the easy part, but let's do it.
Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want to
I like that because we're not seeing many race tails on these bikes. People just aren't making them. It's not the thing it used to be. Okay. Do another fuel pump prime. Wow. Okay.
Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart.